Okay, this is the RV. We've got it for sale. This is a Grand Design Momentum 320G. It's about 39-ish feet long. It is a toy hauler, so it has a garage in the back and a ramp that you can bring your golf cart or your motorcycle or your ATV or whatever into the back end there. I'll show you that here in a second, but here's the front end and of course the hitch. And underneath here is the generator bay and the power. Let me get my keys here. Okay, I got my keys here, so we'll just unlock it, and then it's got these two little latches, one on each side here. And I'll tell you, the first year that we got this, the latches kept coming undone. You can see it's kind of been re-glued and screwed there, but like these latches here, I'll show you as soon as I get this put up here. That latch is up there, but my dad and I, we added these little metal plates right here and right here and right here so that they would have something better to grab onto, because before what they were grabbing onto was just this little piece of metal right there behind the rubber gasket, and it wasn't holding very well. So that was the first few months that we had it. We put in those extra little plates so that these latches would have something to grab onto there. So anyway, so oops, watch the hitch there, hit your head on it. This is the generator. It's a Cummins Onan 5500 QG 5500 evap, and we've had really good success with that. There's probably about 300 hours on the generator, which is good. You want to be having usage on your generator and stuff. You don't want one with super low hours, and this is a 2021 model RV, so we've been in it since we bought it new, and we've been in it since August of 21, and this is November of 24, so over 3 years we've been in it full time, and we haven't had, the generator works great. We've put about 300 hours on it. We don't go boondocking a whole lot, but sometimes we're at Harvest Host or whatever, so we do need the generator. This has got the lithium ion solar powered backup. I'm not really backup, but power. It's got solar capability. So there's one solar panel on the roof, which came with the RV, and we added the lithium ion battery and the Multiplex transfer switch, and it's an inverter, converter, all that stuff. We got the solar charge controller. We got the lithium ion battery. There's a $1,000 battery for you, and one battery, and all you have to do really is add more batteries and more solar panels to the roof and have a really nice system as far as your power, your solar power goes and stuff. It came with, of course, a lead acid battery, and we upgraded and stuff and put in the charger inverter and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's that underneath the storage bay there. And then we'll walk around the back here, and you can see, of course, there's the hitch, and it does have, on the marker lights, it does have the side and rear view Furrion camera system that we're going to leave with it, so you'll get that. There's the little window in the bedroom, and then we've got the bedroom closet slide right here. You can see we put on slide toppers when we first got it, because I didn't want to have to climb up on the roof and brush leaves and debris and pine cones off the top of it every time we pulled it in. So of course the slide toppers keep you from bringing so much muck into the house when you bring the slides in and stuff. So that's good. That's a closet in the bedroom is what that slide is. And then this is the utility side of the RV, and on this other slide here, I can't hardly see because the sun's in my eyes, but this other slide here is the kitchen slide, if you can see that, which I can't actually see because of the sun, but we'll go down over here. This is one of the propane tanks. There's a propane tank on each side, and I put this little label on here so I'd know which way to turn it to go on or off or whatever and stuff, but has a little gauge to kind of tell you a little bit about how much you have in the tank. I would say this one's probably about half full based on what we've used it. And then this is how you switch tanks. This little lever being over to this direction over here, if you can see that lever there, that, and it's green, that means it's on here. When you flip it over the other direction, that means you're using the tank on the other side of the RV, and I'll show you that. It's over on the passenger side. So anyway, that's the propane tank, and the straps were a little bit tight, so we've had to kind of readjust those a little bit to make those fit better. They were too tight to even close. So anyway, there's that, and it just has the little turn knobs there, turnbuckles, and then this is storage bay. It does have pass-through storage all the way through. Of course, it's got a garage, so you got a lot of storage in the back end where the garage is, but as far as underneath storage, you got this one right here. Here's your leveling system here, your, you know, to put the jacks up and down and all that stuff. But and then it has instructions here, which to tell you how. They're magnet on the door to keep it from smacking back on you and stuff. And this is really nice here. This is the wet bay, and so it has a diagram of how you want to turn all these levers depending on what you want to do. If you're just on campground water, you're hooked up to you got full hookups and you got water hookups at your site, you can just, you know, turn them this direction, which is city water. That would be this one down. This one would be like that for city water. But then if you're dry camping, which means you're using the water in your fresh tank, you just turn them that direction, which is where we are right now, because I'm getting ready to put it in storage and stuff. But like, you've got all these different, you know, it's super simple to know how to work it with the Nautilus and stuff. And then this is your water inlet, and this is your black tank flush, and your levers for your black tank, and your low point drainage and stuff. And you can see you can see all these little mouse repellent packets and stuff. We've had zero issues in 4 years with mice, with rodents, or anything like that. So I think it's because I do keep the repellent pouches underneath the rig and underneath the kitchen sink and all those kinds of places. And like, we've just had no issues with mice whatsoever. Of course, we do get bugs occasionally, flies and gnats and things like that inside, but we haven't had any evidence of mice whatsoever. And it's probably because I use mouse repellent packs all over the place. This is a level mate that tells you when you're close to level. It's an app on your phone, and so I'm going to leave that too. And it takes a 2032 button cell battery. I wrote that on there, and then there's a little switch under here for to off and to on. But I'm just going to leave that for you there. And there's a little light, of course, up here. Ta-da! But that's for at night when you need it. There's an outlet here, so you can plug in. This is for cable TV if you have cable coming in from the campground. We added this extra surge guard screen because the onboard surge guard is back behind this wall right here, and I can't see it if there's any kind of error codes or anything. I can't see it, so we added this little panel here so I would be able to see that. And of course, your black tank when you're dumping in, your gray tank lever there, and just really works out really nicely. That's a storage bay there, and it has the slam latches right there, and of course your power inlet is right there. We're hooked up to the RV park power right now, and it's a 50 amp rig, so we have 2 air conditioners. We also have soft starts on the air conditioner, so even if you're only on 30 amp, you could still use both air conditioners. And whoops, watch where I'm stepping here. This is the second slide here, and you've got these vents here for your refrigerator, and that's the over the stove vent and a little window over the stove. And this is the kitchen slides. You can see slide toppers, kitchen slide there. And oh, those things over there were the water heater and the furnace, those little panels over there. Anyway, there's the second slide, and underneath is your black tank. You have 2 tanks, 2 black tanks, one for the front and one for the back. And you also have a gray tank, and because there's a second bathroom in there, but we didn't ever use the second bathroom, so we just used the front one here. And this is the dump, sewer dump there, and it has a Valterra valve on it. I don't know if you can see it with that lever on the end, so that you can not have it all spraying out on you when you very first connect up your sewer hose and stuff. So you have to release that valve and the one up in the wet bay up there to get the tank to dump, and that's for your front bathroom. And then there's another one excuse me, tires, wheel chocks. You got another one back here, and this dump is for the back bathroom, but we don't actually use the back bathroom, so I think I've dumped it maybe once in my life ever. So rear jacks, you got middle stabilizing jacks. This is your back black tank flush. There's window. That's in the back bathroom right there. That window right there is the back bathroom. And then this is the windows in the garage. And underneath here, you have the white handle is your freshwater dump. When you are done with your fresh water and you want to put it in storage, you just pull this out and it lets all the water out of your fresh tank. You can see we dumped yesterday, so there's kind of a wet spot there. My back. This is, here's underneath here is where you store your sewer hoses and stuff, and it has a little, I added the little carabiner clip here, but it has a little latch that you just turn to open it and close it. But sometimes I'm a little bit paranoid that it's gonna pop open while we're driving down the road, so I put this little carabiner latch on there just to make sure it doesn't pop open. And this right here is the gas for, it's for if you have toys like an ATV or a motorcycle or something like that in there and you want to have gas with you. I'm going to get out my keys here and open it up and show you. It's got the little turn latch here and the lock over here and a magnet right here which attaches here to hold it open while you're using it. But if you want to dispense fuel into your ATV or whatever, you've got a little nozzle in here to do that, and this is where you fill it. And I just fill it for gas for the generator because the generator gas comes out of the same tank there. So there's that, and then there's a fuel dispensing emergency shut-off switch there and stuff. But there's a couple extra little funnels in there in case if you need them for fuel or anything. But that's the fuel dispensing station, which is really nice if you have any toys like ATVs or motorcycles or anything like that that needs gas. But we didn't ever have any of that, so we just used it for the gas for the generator. So there's that. And this is one of the rigs that comes with a ladder to get up to the roof, which is nice. And I put these little clippies on here so we don't lose the pins. The pins were just in there without any way to hold on to them, so if you put them in your pocket and forget them or whatever, but it just folds down and then you can get up on the roof there. This is vent for inside if you have an ATV or something. You don't want all those gasoline fumes in there because your toys have gas in them or whatever. This kind of allows you to vent it out while you're driving down the road and stuff. And then here's the back. I'll show you here. You can see there's a camera up there for rear. That's the Furrion rear camera system. You can see what's behind you when you're backing into a spot or driving down the highway or whatever. But then this whole back door here hinges down, and it will either slant down as a ramp so you can drive your toys up on it, your motorcycle or whatever up on it, or you can just leave it parallel to the ground, and then it will be a patio, back patio, and it has a fence, a railing that goes all the way around it so you won't walk off the edge of it. And it's really nice. And then you have back patio doors. You have the glass doors with screens in them so that you can have the doors closed if you want to, but still have the patio down. But it doesn't seal at the bottom. The patio doors don't come all the way to the floor, so it doesn't actually seal. So I got a couple of those fabric door draft stoppers, those draft snake things that you put across the bottom to keep them from the drafts from coming in. I put those across the bottom just to keep a little bit of the air out and stuff. But basically you just push this. Right now they're locked. The little lock is up underneath that little flap right there, but right now they're locked, and so this won't pop open, so this won't come down. But when you want to open it up, you unlock it and pull this down, and then this whole latch here rotates back out of the way here, and then there's one on each side, and then the patio comes down and stuff, and then you can use it as a ramp to put your motorcycle or whatever up in there, or excuse me, or you can just put it out level as a patio. So there you go. That's pretty cool. We've used that. In the first year, we used it a lot. We haven't used it so much. We haven't hardly used it at all in the last year. And then here we are back over on the campsite. And there's awnings. There's actually an awning over the back deck too, which we didn't ever use, but there's an awning over the back part of the RV, and then there's an awning over the front part of the RV, two separate ones and stuff. And the controls are inside the garage there for the back one, and then for the front one are up by the front door. But anyway, there's awning there, and then that's a window into the garage, and then these are the back stairs into the garage, and then there's front stairs to go into the front door there. But we'll just show you. And then we put on these extended handrails so you could reach them from the ground, because they came with little, see these little short handles here? So we had them install longer ones so we could reach them from the ground, so that we would be not so awkward and stuff. And then we put the latchet locks on, and they just are a keypad. You can punch the numbers in. You can see it's starting to wear after 4 years. It's starting to wear there. And then there's another one of those little vent things up by the door so that you can get air movement through there if you have gas and stuff in your toys. And there's an outside motion light, and there's another light up above the door there. And the stairs just fold in. They just are hinged, and they just fold in. Ding ding, ding ding ding, like that. And then you just lift this. It's just got a little lift thing, and then it sits down in there. To close it up, make sure it doesn't, it's locked when you're driving down the road, but then you make sure it doesn't pop open there or anything. With that, kind of holds it closed a little bit if for some reason it didn't get locked and latched and stuff. This is the couch slide. Again, slide topper. There's a window on one side of the couch, and there's the window behind the couch. It's got outdoor speakers. It's got Rockport Fosgate, whatever it's called, the stereo system in there, and it's got some outside speakers for it. There's your window behind the couch there, and then here's your front entryway steps. Again, we put on the long handle so you can grab it from the ground, and there's the other window of the slide. Again, it has a light above it and then a motion light right next to the door there. And of course you got your storage bay and your propane there, and over there you've got your little window next to the bed. You've got a big window there by the bed, which you'll see inside, and then you've got your other propane tank is over here on this side. Ta-da! And then the other part of the pass-through storage bay, we were on that side over there where that door is down there, and then this is the other side of it there. And here's your power shut off, and there's a little light here and stuff. So anyway, there's that, and then you have a quick connect for your hose right there if you need to rinse off your feet or something like that. This is for your cable coming in from the park or whatever. Then you got a couple of outlets there, like you can see there. And again, latchet lock on the front door. You can just program in a code and stuff. And then the batteries go in here for the latchet lock and stuff. So again, same kind of fold in stairs and stuff. And then your screen door, we put the crossbar handle on both of the screen doors so that we weren't always trying to grab a hold of like something that didn't have any profile on it. It's much easier to grab this, to not only for stability but for when you're going in and out, but also just for have something to grab onto when you're trying to pull the door in, and there's like, you know. And then this has a little panel that opens and closes, because when the big door is closed you can access the latch and stuff like that through that little hole. But if you just have the screen door, you just close it up there. And I have blue tape on this little latch here just so that I can see, because it's black on black, sometimes I can't see where this is. So this is just the little latch that opens and closes the screen door there and stuff. So now we're inside, and when you walk inside, you come in on the left is the couch and the kitchen right there, and then in the back is the garage. You can see we've got a bunch of stuff stored for our next RV. Right across from the front door is a lot of your controls and storage cabinets there, but we're going to go upstairs first here, and I'll show you. This is just a light switch for the hallway here, and this is a motion light that will come on and off when there's motion here near the stairs and stuff. There's also a second breaker box underneath this, see how there's screws there in the step? Underneath there, there's a second breaker box, which cost us a lot of money to figure that out, because we had somebody coming trying to figure out why we're having power issues, and it ends up that, like, this is your primary fuse box and stuff here in this front cabinet, but we didn't know. Nobody told us that there was a second one under here with some of the other fuses for, like, I don't know, refrigerator and stuff like that, and we were having problems with our refrigerator, and we had to put the refrigerator on propane because the electric wasn't working, even though we were connected to electric. So anyway, just there you go, FYI, in case if you need to find power, if you have some power issues, you might want to unscrew this and look underneath there and see the power box that's under there. But you come to the top of the stairs and you have the bathroom. It's a really nice big shower with a skylight in it, and we put a shower rod across the back there so we could hang things. And it's got 3 different heads on the shower. You've got the body spray here, you've got the rain shower head there, and then you've got the little handheld sprayer there and stuff, and you just switch between them with this little thing here. There's a little knob there, and it just, depending on which direction it is, it's one of those 3. And then here's your, of course, temperature control and stuff. Comes with a little baskety thing there, and really nice, good size shower. It just, the curtain snaps and unsnaps here, and it also is one of those where you can just take the bottom part off and wash this interior part of the shower liner, and then you don't have to take the whole shower curtain down, and then just snap it back up in there. Ta-da! And then it's super easy to clean, just the part of the shower curtain that needs to be cleaned. So there, it's got a curved shower rod in it, which is really handy. And we had them put in a much better fan, because it came with a little tiny 4-inch like computer type fan or whatever, and it did not move any air at all. And this is, of course, where we take showers, and it also, you couldn't reach it. It was way up there. You had to reach it. So we got one that has a remote control, so when you use the remote, you can turn it on and off. See, it'll open up. It has a vent cover on it too, so it won't rain in. You can use it when it's raining, and you got your fan there, and then you can turn it down, you can turn it up, you can do different things with it. And when you turn it off, the cover will come back down over it and stuff. So yeah, it's really, but we had that replaced right away because it had a tiny little fan. But I just put that remote right there in the medicine cabinet. And then it's got storage here behind the toilet, just big cavernous one. You can put in some little shelfy things if you want to. We put in a slow close toilet lid because I didn't want the slamming kind. It had a cheap plastic lid on it, and so we replaced it with the slow close, non-slamming kind of a toilet lid. But it's a ceramic toilet, and it's got the foot flush. There's the pedal down there for the foot flush, and the air conditioner and heat vent down there and stuff, and lights and vents and all that, skylight. And let's see, oh, we put in this, snap this back into place, shower curtain, so when you're traveling down the road it's not going all over the place. But we put in this little shelfy thing here to have a little bit more counter space when we're not using the shower. And so then, because really all you have is this little tiny little bit of whatever, 4 or 5 inches of counter space there. And so we put this in so we can store a few more things when we're not traveling down the road and when we're not taking a shower and stuff. And so just a little hinged thing there and stuff that we put in. And medicine cabinet, of course. Well, this is a magnet where we would keep like our tweezers and fingernail file and other magnetic things, so it was easy to find them instead of digging around in the bottom of the medicine cabinet and stuff. So ta-da. And light switches here, ta-da. And down here, of course, you have your toilet paper holder, and underneath the sink you have your plumbing and a little bit of storage. And then this we had put in, it's a second switch for the water pump, because when you're not on city water, when you're on your fresh tank, you want to be able to, what we did was we would turn the water pump off when we weren't using it, because if there was any kind of leak, we didn't want it to just keep running and running and running forever and, you know, pouring all of our water down the drain. So we put another water pump switch here, and then there's also the one that's in the main you know, when you first walk in the door and you have that panel in there, that's where the main one is. But we had an RV guy put in a second switch here in the bathroom, so in the middle of the night we didn't have to get up and go thump 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 down the stairs and turn the water pump on and come up here and go to the bathroom and wash our hands and all that stuff, and then go thump 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 back down in the middle of the night to turn it off and stuff. So we had one of those installed there, so that's really been super duper 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 handy. So let's see, it's got a snap latch here and a pocket door to close the door. And of course the snap latch keeps it from popping open and running while you're running down the road and stuff. And then right here at the top of the stairs you have the bedroom, and I threw a sheet over the mattress just to keep some of the dust off of it and stuff. But we bought a new mattress as soon as we moved into the RV because the one that came with it was really garbage. But this has been a really nice mattress for us. But on this side, there's side table, and cubby is a little bit narrower than the side table and cubby on this side. You can see there's storage cupboards here and across the top, and then there on the other side of the bed and down. This is the big window out front, and this is the little window beside the bed, and then there's another little window on that side of the bed. Then you got some outlets and USB ports and stuff like that, and then switches for the lights is over on that side. And of course when you very first walk in the door, you got your thermostat for the air conditioner up here, because there's two air conditioners. We got this one here and then the one down in the kitchen. And we do also have a soft start on them so that you can actually use both of them even if you're only on 30 amps and stuff. But this is the light switch here, and then this is for the slide, the closet slide. The closet is in a slide, and when you push the button for in, it will come in up to the edge of this bed here, so you won't be able to access stuff in it. Well, this door right here is still accessible, but the drawers and the other cabinets are not accessible when the slide's in when you're traveling down the road. So anyway, so that's where the button is here for the slide out room. And then you can put a TV up here. There's a TV backer location, and then your cable, satellite, and power right there. And then really lots of storage in this place. Really big closet with a closet rod in it. And then there's two of those, one on each side. And then you've got two big drawers here underneath there. So you can see all of them there. And then on this side you have a wider cabinet above, and then you got the storage down below on both sides of the bed too, so you can put more stuff down there. And let's see, I got underneath the bed there's storage too. I'll show you. Okay, this is the underbed storage, and you can put a lot of stuff down here. Right now there's the table for the in front of the couch. There's not really a dining area unless you use the garage for the dining area. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But there's a table that came to just you can just pull up in front of the couch if you want to sit and eat there and stuff. And so there's that table. And then there's another table that goes in the garage. If you bring the bottom bunk down, you can make it into two benches. And then there's a table on posts that could also be stored down here, but right now it's up in the upper bunk. But there's tons and tons of storage here underneath the bed. So really, that's super duper handy as well. And then my little notes here, I have you hold until it's all the way out or in, and then you hold it for another 10 seconds just to make sure that it does its thing and gets all lined up and synced up and stuff the way it's supposed to for that particular slide. And anyway, air conditioner vents, smoke alarm, all that kind of stuff. And the door, we put a door stop on it, but it doesn't always hold it depending on where you're at and how level you are. So we have this little bungee that just kind of holds the door open when we need it open. So there's the door, and behind the door, which there's not really a whole lot of space, but you can hang a couple things like a jacket back there or whatever. And then we go back, there's the bathroom, go back down the stairs here. It's got a nice handrail. Motion light just came on when I came to the top of the stairs. There's the door to the outside, and this is your control panel. So what I did was I labeled, these are your slides for the kitchen slide and the couch slide, and since it just said slide 1 and 2, I needed to know which one was which without having to think too hard. So I just wrote kitchen on slide 1 and couch on slide 2. And then you have your ground effect lights outside, your front cap lights. This is for the front lights, campsite, awning lights, porch light. For your water heater, you have the electric and the gas. We just have always generally used the electric water heater, almost always. And then the water pump I was telling you about here. And then these little lights come on depending on what you're using. But if you didn't want to have to come down here, we put a second water pump switch up there on the bathroom cabinet. And then this is interior lights, which you can see there. There's our fuel gauge for the fuel for the generator out there. And this is our generator. We've done 293 hours on it, so we've done really good with that. And of course you can see how much battery you have, 100%. Fresh water is down to nothing because we just dumped it. Black, gray, we've dumped all the tanks, but they still will show, even though I flushed them, they still will show that there's stuff in them, because these gauges are never, ever accurate after the first time you get into an RV. And then this is a big storage bay here, and got some hooks, and this is a little magnetic thing I would hang my keys on. And then all your owner's manuals and your information and your remotes for the TV and the fireplace and stuff like that are in here. Then you have another